Imagine pulling a dusty copper-nickel coin out of an old jar, completely oblivious to the fact that you might be holding a literal fortune. The world of rare coin collecting is filled with tales of ordinary people stumbling into life-changing wealth. An elusive 1949 United States 5-cent piece is a prime candidate for this high-stakes treasure hunt. While a standard nickel might only buy you a moment of distraction today, certain ultra-rare variations from a specific post-war year hold an almost mythical status among elite numismatists, sending shockwaves through auction houses. The year 1949 was a fascinating era for the United States Mint as the nation shifted into a prosperous post-World War II economy, churning out millions of Jefferson nickels across 3 major facilities: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Because these coins were meant to be heavily circulated, spent, and scraped across shop counters, the vast majority quickly lost their original luster and became worn down. However, a select few survived this brutal cycle completely unscathed, locking in their pristine, original beauty, like a time capsule from a bygone era. Now, it is important to address the wildest rumors circulating online. Can a single 1949 nickel truly make you a billionaire overnight? To be perfectly direct, while the internet loves to spin tales of pocket change fetching millions, the reality is a bit more grounded, though still incredibly thrilling. No single 1949 nickel will buy you an entire island, but pristine specimens and bizarre mint errors from this exact year can command staggering sums at auction, easily stretching into thousands of dollars for a 5-cent piece of metal. To understand what separates a common pocket piece from a high-value collector's trophy, you must look closer at the magical concept of mint state grading. When a coin is first struck, it possesses a brilliant, reflective sheen known as mint luster, which quickly rubs off the moment human fingers touch it. Coin grading scales run from 1 up to a perfect 70, and any 1949 nickel that managed to survive the rough transit in heavy canvas bags to score a mint state 67 or higher is considered an absolute structural miracle. Beyond the cleanliness of the coin's surface, elite collectors obsess over a highly specific, hidden feature on the reverse side known as a full steps designation. If you flip a 1949 nickel over and look at the base of the Monticello mansion, you will see a tiny set of stairs leading up to the entrance. In the frantic rush of mid-century production, the heavy metal dies wore down quickly, blurring these lines. Therefore, a crisp strike showing 5 or 6 fully defined steps under a magnifying glass multiplies the coin's value exponentially. The real mystery of the 1949 lineup belongs to the Denver Mint, identified by a tiny letter D stamped on the reverse side, which produced over 36 million nickels that year. While that massive number sounds like there should be plenty around, the minting dies used in Denver were notorious for being overused and exhausted. This means that finding a 1949 D nickel boasting both flawless high-grade luster and perfectly struck full steps is a monumental achievement that drives deep-pocketed buyers into absolute bidding frenzies. If you want to talk about a coin carrying an almost supernatural level of allure, you must look for the ultimate crown jewel of this year, the famous 1949 D over S over mint mark error. In a bizarre twist of fate, an employee accidentally took a coin die already stamped with an S for San Francisco Mint and punched a D right over it. The resulting mistake left a ghostly trace of the letter S peeking out from underneath, creating a rare multi-mint mark treasure that serves as the ultimate numismatic jackpot. Not to be outdone, the San Francisco Mint contributed its own flavor of scarcity, producing just under 10 million nickels for the entire year, a surprisingly low figure compared to its sister mints. Because fewer of these coins were pushed out into the wild, they are naturally scarcer in any condition, making them a key target for complete set collectors. If you happen to lay eyes on a 1949 S nickel that still retains its fiery brilliance from the day it was born, you are looking at a highly prized financial asset. Meanwhile, the main Philadelphia Mint was busy pumping out over 60 million nickels without any mint mark whatsoever, making heavily worn versions incredibly common today. Yet, this massive abundance creates a beautiful paradox for treasure hunters, because people assumed these coins were too common to save and nobody took care of them. Consequently, an ultra-rare, flawless Philadelphia specimen with full steps can easily shock the market and sell for thousands of dollars simply because it shouldn't exist. This massive disparity highlights the critical line between loose pocket change and certified investment-grade assets. If your 1949 nickel has spent decades bouncing around in cash registers, it will likely show heavy scuff marks, flattened details, and a dull gray patina. Serious investors will only pay the big bucks for coins officially encapsulated and graded by elite third-party services like PCGS or NGC, which permanently verifies the coin's authenticity and locks in its valuable pristine state. The financial records established by these tiny 5-cent treasures over recent years prove that the passion for high-end coin collecting is stronger than ever. Elite auction houses have witnessed exceptional specimens of the 1949 D nickel with full steps smashed past expectations, fetching thousands of dollars from eager buyers. Even the fascinating over mint mark errors and rare proof-like finishes regularly spark intense competition, showcasing the fact that collectors view these objects as miniature pieces of fine art. So, the next time you are handed change at a grocery store or come across an old stash of coins, take an extra minute to inspect the dates and details carefully. A casual glance might make you think you're looking at an ordinary nickel, but a closer look under a bright light could reveal a legendary error or a perfect set of steps. Spending one of these magnificent pieces at face value would be a heartbreaking mistake when it holds the power to bring a massive, unexpected cash windfall.